Be careful when you get your oil change. This man is suing the car dealership after he went in for an oil change and they forgot to put oil back in his truck. When this man left the dealership from getting the oil change, his truck ran very hot and caught fire and burned to the ground with his father ashes in the truck. Let me explain. One Saturday morning, this man brought his Chevy Silverado in for an oil change. When he got there, the dealership was very packed. They told him it was going to be a longer wait than normal since he didn't have an appointment. The man said he would wait. 30 minutes after the man gave his keys to the service writer, the service writer came back to the waiting room and told him that the service tech said he needed brakes. The man said, "That's impossible. I just had brand new brakes put on by Pep Boys a month ago. That's impossible." The service writer then told the man, "Let me go and talk to my service tech because he assured me you needed brakes. Are you sure you got your brakes replaced?" He said, "Yes, at Pep Boys, and I have the receipt." The service writer then came back and said he apologized. It was a misunderstanding. It was a mix-up with another truck. He said he was right. He didn't need brakes. The man then asked the service writer, "Was y'all trying to scam me?" The service writer said it was just a mix-up with the trucks. That's it. The man then told the service writer he's going to leave a bad Google review. He said if he didn't say nothing, they would have put brand new brakes on his truck and he didn't need them. He also got angry and told the service writer this is his last time coming to this dealership getting the oil change. The only reason he felt comfortable getting the oil change there because this is the dealership where he bought his truck 6 years ago. And this is the closest dealership to his house, even though it's 45 minutes away. So he waited for them to finish his oil change. It took them over 2 hours to finish his oil change because they was packed. When they brought his truck around and gave him the keys, his life would change forever when he leave that dealership. 3 to 4 miles after this man left the car dealership where he got his oil change, his truck started running very sluggish. He started hearing all kind of sounds coming from the engine, sounding like a knocking sound. He didn't have a clue what was wrong with his truck. So the only thing he could think of is turn around and take this truck back to the dealership immediately. He didn't have a clue what was wrong with the truck. It wasn't doing it when he brought it to the dealership. So while the truck was running sluggish, making all kind of sounds from the engine, he tried to drive it to the dealership anyways. When he got to the light, the truck cut off and smoke was coming from his engine. When a lot of smoke was coming from his engine, he immediately jumped out and tried to pop the hood to see where the smoke was coming from. But the hood was too hot to touch. Within seconds of him getting out the truck to see where the smoke was coming from, his engine caught on fire. His truck burnt to the ground. This man had a lot of his personal stuff in the truck because he was in the process of moving, like his father ashes, his deceased wife pictures. When the truck caught fire, everything burned to the ground. The fire department came and they used some kind of metal bar to pry open the hood to put the fire out. This man's truck burnt down 4 months after he just got done paying for the truck because the dealership forgot to put oil back in his truck. I don't know if this was an honest mistake or the dealership did this on purpose because they felt like the guy was being an asshole and he threatened to give them a bad Google review. But you probably should check your oil when you go to these oil changing places and make sure your car have oil in it. Because if this guy didn't hop out and try and pop his hood to see where all that smoke was coming from, he could have lost his life when the truck burnt down.